One Durler Cottage TR27 6LR, exactly 2 weeks before the barbecue and party starts for my 70th birthday. I invited the neighbours, who are very nice, next door, in their early 80s, but they said they have a prior engagement, so won't be here that evening until late, so we don't have to worry about annoying them with noise and so on. But we need to make sure their parking space here is kept clear. And over there you can see parking space for me, plenty of parking for 4 cars, even 5 perhaps if tucked up. The question is, and these barns, they are not part of the property, they belong to the farm. They appear to be disused, but they had a bit of character, and it's lovely to see the swallows and sparrows nesting in them and flying around. Haven't seen a decent number of sparrows for donkey's years. So here we are, just 300 yards off the A30, but it's nice and peaceful, and I can hear traffic in the distance, but only if I listen for it. Anyway, the question is, shall we have the barbecue in this garden, which is the back garden, where there's a nice bit of grass and some wheels, of course, because that's my business. Car crap. Little tree here, a bit of shade. Going through much of the back where the previous occupant seems to have made himself a little spot to enjoy the sunshine with some tree trunk to sit on. Oh, absolutely idyllic. I just love Cornwall. And over the hedge is the neighbour's garden, which seems to be quite big. And over the back of this hedge is daffodil fields. We're surrounded by daffodil fields here. I'm not quite sure what the previous occupant was doing here. It looks like a bird cage of some sort. The advantage of this back garden is that as the sun goes down, hopefully it'll still be reasonably sunny and warm. On the other hand, it's much further to walk to the kitchen and so on. As you can see, I haven't really tidied it up yet. Here I am trying to get rid of some boxes from when I moved in 6 months ago. As always, it seems to take an age to get settled in. So here we are going through the back door, which is what I use most of the time, through what I call the music room, with all my stereo stuff, and the small but cosy living room, which looks out onto the neighbour's garden, which is always immaculately lawned. I like this room. It's got a nice light airy feel, although it's a bit small for entertaining. Here's the kitchen. This will be turned into the kitchen club, as you can see, with disco lights and stuff. And then through the utility room, which is where barbecue food will be laid out, and the fridge for drinks. And then the front garden, which in many ways is much more convenient for a barbecue, because there's a bit of a gravelled area here where it can be put. And then there's a nice grassy knoll here. It seems to be slightly raised up from the rest of the garden, which was mowed a week ago or so, just this little bit. So I thought of having the barbecue thing right here, slap bang in the middle, with chairs all around, and well, it's just lovely. But of course this is 3:30 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon on May the 11th thing, or the 12th. So when the sun goes down in the evening, it'll be in shade. So it's a question of what the weather's like, really. If it's not as sunny and warm, it could be quite cold in the shade. So I'm not quite sure what to do. We'll see nearer the time. That was the neighbours, by the way, just giving me a honk, welcoming themselves home. And across there is a view to St Earth, and in the distance I've forgotten the name of it now, Big Hill on the way to Helston. Some interesting mine remains over there with a very open and very deep shaft, at least it was some years ago. Frightened the life out of me. And look, a couple of swallows, always a good sign of summer coming. Right, okay, I'll see you in 2 weeks, I hope.